BJD. 4 minutes.
Sir, from Lok Sabha. Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir. Sir, in the World Bank's ease of doing business ranking, India is ranked 63 out of 190 countries, which is a significant improvement over the 3-digit ranking of the past. But I think, sir, there is enormous scope for better ranking. And Honorable Prime Minister has articulated his desire to see India in the top 30 in the ease of doing business ranking. And the Companies Amendment Bill aims precisely to do this. Sir, I will spell out two specific provisions in the bill which will be of huge benefit to businesses. The bill aims to decriminalize many offences under the Act in case of default, the 2013 Act, in case of defaults which can be determined objectively and which otherwise lack any element of criminal intent or which involves larger public interest. Sir, mens rea is a very essential component of criminal prosecution, and this is a very welcome move in the bill, sir, that for minor technical or procedural defects without any criminal or malafide intent, the promoters or the officers involved with the company operations will not be penalized. I think, sir, this will promote ethics and honesty in business and also provide a very conducive environment where industry will grow and generate employment in our country. Sir, the second provision is regarding enabling the direct listing in foreign jurisdiction for companies. This is again a very welcome move, sir, because this will help our startups and entrepreneurs to raise cheaper capital in foreign jurisdiction and help develop a startup culture in the country. Sir, there are many other provisions, and I could go on and on, but because of paucity of time, I will rather focus on giving a few submissions and suggestions which could further make the bill more welcome. In fact, sir, I would urge the government to have a complete relook at the 2013 Act by forming a parliamentary committee, but I'll take this opportunity to suggest some improvements on the bill. Sir, the bill seeks to exempt companies whose CSR obligation is below 50 lakhs from constituting a CSR committee. Sir, in my view, sir, this is not a very progressive step because it dilutes the accountability of the companies towards their CSR obligation and mandate. And I urge the government to have a relook at this. Sir, my next submission is regarding decriminalizing many sections under the Act. It is very laudable and indeed welcome that the bill has already provided relief under various sections of the Act by removing criminality from a host of offences. However, there are two particular sections which have not been included in the amendment bill, and I urge the government to have a relook at decriminalizing these sections as well. Sections 129 and Section 129 and Section 185. So Section 129 talks of the financial statement, and in case there is any contravention with the provision of this section, there is provision to extend imprisonment up to 1 year and impose penalty up to 5 lakhs. And Section 185 is regarding the loan to directors. Sir, in case of any contravention, there is provision to extend imprisonment up to 6 months and penalty up to 25 lakhs. Sir, I think this is very, very draconian and is being misutilized by officials to intimidate and harass honest directors and officers of the company, even for genuine oversight, sir. Sir, for listed companies where public money is involved, I can understand, sir, the need for penal provisions. But, sir, if it is a closely held or family business, why, sir, do we need a provision for prosecution with penal provisions? And I think, sir, the government should definitely relook at this. Sir, the next suggestion I have is regarding clarity. There is no clarity in the bill on disqualification of directors or the vacation of the office of directors. Similarly, sir, LLP has a law settlement scheme. And similar to this, I urge the government to introduce a company law settlement scheme for filing pending annual accounts, annual returns, and e-forms for the companies. Sir, many startups and entrepreneurs, because of lack of awareness about the Company Act, are unable to file or may not get the opportunity to file their accounts and their regulatory and statutory requirements on time. So, sir, this bill should look into this aspect as well. Next, sir, from the perspective of adjudication of penalties, the government should prescribe monetary parameters or factors for levying penalties. Presently, there is no such parameter, sir, and the power is absolutely with the adjudicating officers, and it is very wide and discretionary, sir. Finally, sir, my suggestion is regarding significant beneficial ownership, SBO. Sir, there is, the government should provide clarity on the provisions relating to SBO provisions and SBO rules. There seems to be an apparent disconnect between the provisions of the Act and the rules, sir. So, sir, to conclude, sir, I think the proposed amendment bill is aligned with the principle of providing ease of doing business and will definitely reduce the overall burden of the court by encouraging honest stakeholders and corporates to continue their business, sir. And particularly in the present situation of COVID, sir, I think it is imperative that the government introduces a more flexible framework.
माननीय सदस्य आप समाप्त कीजिए.
Yes, sir, just sir, 10 seconds, sir. So, sir, in the present situation of COVID-19, I think the government should be large-hearted and should introduce a more flexible framework. And accordingly, sir, the proposed amendments in the bill are welcome. But I have, sir, the suggestions which I have placed to the Honorable Minister may kindly be considered, and I support the bill, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.